Hey you guys, what's up? Hey girl, hey, it is your girl Tasha and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I know you guys have been waiting quite a while. A while back, you guys sent in some questions that I asked you if you had for me, and I'm finally getting to sit down and just take it easy, sit here, relax, and talk to you guys and answer all of your juiciest questions. Now, keep in mind, none of the questions were off limits, so we're gonna get real juicy. So if you guys are curious to see what answers I have for you, which will be the whole truth and the honest God, nothing but the truth, so help me God, well then just keep watching. Okay you guys, so I have all the questions in here just screenshotted in my phone. Keep in mind I wear glasses and I don't usually wear them on camera just because the light bounces and y'all know how it is. Also, don't mind my nails. I'm kind of letting them breathe for the night. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into question number 1. The first question is, how long have you and Nick been together? Nick and I have been together this year for 4 years, and I have to be honest, Nick and I are very, very close. So, I mean, we're like best friend close. So it really seems like we've been together triple that. So, which is a great thing. I've never had a relationship like this, so it's been really cool being so close to him and getting to know someone on that level that it feels like you've been together most of your life, if that makes sense. All right, the next question, and I'm not going in any certain order. If I don't get to your question, you know what? We'll make this a 2-day thing. I'm gonna film some tonight and I'll film the rest tomorrow. How old are you? Your face is flawless. I need to know. Girl, thank you. I am actually 38. I just turned 38 in May. I'm a Taurus. So again, thank you so much. That was such a beautiful compliment. Like, and I have to be honest, I can't really take credit for that. I feel like the ring light and the studio lights kind of help when it comes to how our skin appears on camera. And I want to film in natural light, but the way my room is set up, it makes it very difficult. So girl, thank you. The next question. How old are you? I just answered that one. When did you start dating Nick? 4 years ago. Did you sleep together on the first date? Girl, no. Number 1, you gotta make them work for it. And number 2, what kind of girl would I be if we slept together on the first date? Let's see. Did you grow up around... Sorry, you guys. Did you grow up around a lot of biracial kids, or was it hard for you because of your skin tone? I didn't grow up around a lot of biracial kids, actually. I grew up in a predominantly white area, and there were several other black families, but I didn't feel like it was a lot, and I think it's because, and I'm just gonna be honest, like, I felt like outcast to pretty much everybody except for, you know, like my close friends and whatnot. And I remember sometimes like white kids would say things to me, or if it wasn't them saying things to me about my mom being white, my dad being black, or Tasha has nappy hair, or, you know, some of them throwing things in my hair, I felt like it was the black kids picking on me. You're too white. Why do you talk so white? You dress white. You act white. And finally my dad, I came home crying to my dad one day, and he was like, no, you don't talk white, you talk educated. And so I went back to that black girl and said that to her, and she didn't like it very much, but I really learned to hold my own back when I was a kid. So I didn't, I mean, it was hard mentally, but physically, I have no problems. Let's see, next question. What was your first big makeup purchase? Oh gosh. I think my first big makeup purchase was an Anastasia palette, I believe. I think it was the Soft Glam palette. No, because I had purchased from Tarte before then. I'm gonna have to think about that one and get back to you. Next question. What's your secret fantasy? Ooh, boy, you nasty. That is for Nick to know and for you to find out. The next one says, do you get PR? I do get some PR, but honestly, guys, any PR that I ever get, I always disclose to you, because why not? I mean, I just don't feel like that's something that I have to hide from you guys. So, like, I don't get a ton of PR, but I'm very grateful for the PR that I do get. I know in the past it seemed like a lot of brands didn't want to work with me because I was too small, but it seems like more and more are reaching out. But I'm very selective as well on the brands that I let send me PR when they reach out and ask, because I'm a beauty channel and I don't just want to talk about just anything. Or I've also turned down PR because, you know, they're just products that I won't use, or they wouldn't work for me, if that makes sense. Let's see. What camera do you use to film with? I use a Canon SX730. It's a nice camera. I would highly recommend it as your first camera. But honestly, when I first started out, I used my cell phone, and I have a Moto Z Play 2. I love this phone. It's one of the nicest phones I've ever had, and it's a really cool phone. It has a lot of different mods and stuff that you can connect to it here. So you could actually turn this into a professional camera. You can turn it into a projector. You can turn it into a gaming system. I mean, it shoots really nice videos. So I always tell people, if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, don't go spend a ton of money on equipment until you are 100% sure that it's what you want to do. Just because I've seen so many people go spend the money and then they figure out how much work goes into it, or they figure out, you know, like, wow, it's going to cost me money to run this channel and I'm not making anything. You know, things like that. Or people will start it, you know, because they want it to be their job, and it just doesn't work that way in the beginning. So I always highly recommend just use your cell phone, especially if it has good video quality. And then, you know, once you figure out that it's for sure what you want to do and your channel's starting to grow, then invest the money. The next question. How long have you been married? Nick and I are not married yet. We've been engaged for 3 years now. We've been together 4 years this year, and we had set a date, and then really when it came down to it, we just would, I'm sorry, I thought I had a spider on my wall. I don't do spiders. We just really are more interested in putting whatever extra money that we have into our home. I just feel like we're going to be together, and we know we are. He's already put a ring on it, and I'm not really in a rush to get married. I mean, I want to be married, but I already know that we're going to be together. He knows we're going to be together, so I just don't feel like it's a rush. I'd rather us have a nicer house. Okay, this person asked quite a few questions, and I am going to answer them all. I'll start at the bottom. The first one is, did you go to college? Yes, I went to community college, and then I went to a 4-year school, and I did an associate's degree program in business management. Have you always been an animal lover? Yes, I've always been an animal lover. I've always wanted lots of animals. Actually, one of my biggest dreams is to have a monkey. I don't care if it's a spider monkey, a little chimpanzee. I want a monkey. I'm still trying to get my way with that one. If you guys think Nick should get me a monkey, thumbs up this video. How many rooms are in your house? Gosh, I have to think about that one. Because our basement's a finished basement, so it's basically like a whole entire another level of our house. So give me just 1 second and I'll be right back. I think there's 10 rooms in our house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and then we have 2 living rooms just because of how the house is set up, if that makes sense. So I believe there's 10. But don't quote me. If I'm wrong, Nick will probably insert it here. Why have you chosen not to have children? Did you want children? Okay, I don't want you to feel bad, the person that asked this question, because you didn't know. So please, whatever you do, do not feel bad. Do not feel sorry for me. It's all good. Because when I answer this question to a lot of people, even in person and stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Don't be. When I was 29, I was diagnosed with severe endometriosis and basically was told that I would never give birth. I had actually miscarried, I think 3 times up to that point, and the farthest that my body would allow me to carry a baby was 4 months. So I was in a lot of pain. I was pretty much bedridden when my periods would come. It got so bad to the point I was sleeping on the toilet. I would have to go to sleep in a diaper at times, or with like a bed pad underneath of me. And not to be nasty to any of the guys out there watching, I'm really sorry, but I would wake up and it looked like a massacre in my bed. So it got to the point where I had to choose, do I want to live the rest of my life on pain meds every time this happens? Or, you know, it was just really in the best interest. Plus I had issues with certain organs down there, and it was just, the doctor basically said you need to have a hysterectomy. So I had to do that. And because of how fast everything went and needed to be done, I didn't have a chance to freeze my eggs, you know, for the future when I met Nick, of course. And this is way before I met Nick. And you guys, it's really like, if I had known, you know, and we never know what's going to happen in the future. That's why it's called the future. But there's a lot of times where I wish I could go back and just grin and bear it and, you know, keep fighting through the pain, because now that I'm with Nick, I do want to have children and I can't. So, I mean, if I would have kept going like that though, I mean, there's no guarantee that I would have been able to have children anyway. So it was really hard mentally to keep going through that and knowing how bad I wanted them anyway. So, I mean, I would have lived, what, another 9 years being depressed and in a lot of pain all the time. And it was horrible. And there's 2 other women in my family now that have been diagnosed with this, couple years after myself, and it's crazy. It's so crazy that women have to go through that. And I never knew how bad endo was, and I had gone through several doctors, and it was like everyone would be like, there's nothing wrong with you, here's a pain med. And I met one that pretty much saved my life. And so yeah, to answer your question, I can't have children, but Nick and I have discussed the possibility of adoption. So if that's in the cards for us, then I'd be more than happy to adopt, and so would he. So the next question: besides people you were friends with before you started YouTube, are you good friends with anyone you met on here after starting your channel? Absolutely. And I feel so blessed that we crossed paths and like God put so many of you in my life, because I have met some amazing people on here that I feel in my heart, by the way our friendship is now, I feel like we're going to be lifelong friends, and they're people that I trust, and they're just, I talk to them and it feels like we've known each other for years, and they feel the same way. And it's been really cool. This has been such an amazing experience. And again, I feel so blessed that I've been able to meet so many. You know what I mean? The next question is, what made you start and want to do YouTube videos? So I've been super obsessed with makeup since before my mom even started letting me wear makeup. Like, I remember being a young child and I would sit on my mom's bed or sit in the same room with her. Sometimes she did her makeup at the table, and I would just like watch her do makeup, and I was just so mesmerized. And even as a young child, it was so relaxing for me to sit and watch her put her makeup on. And I remember sometimes when she'd go to work, like I'd sneak and put her lipstick on, or I'd sneak and put her eyeshadow on. Gosh, you guys, it has been a long time that I've wanted to do YouTube, and it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I felt confident enough to just start consistently uploading. And my mom, my brother, and Nick had a lot to do with that. So I'm so grateful that they pushed me, and because I love it. I absolutely love it. And yeah, it's just been so awesome. But I knew when I was like 27 or 28, I didn't have the confidence to do it then, but. Okay, so the next question says, how nervous were you when wanting to start a YouTube channel? Girl, I was so nervous. Like, if you guys go all the way back, I think I started uploading in 2018. No, before that. I started uploading before that, and I can't look on my phone now because the app that I use, it won't show me my last video. But if you guys go all the way back and look at some of those videos, I was so nervous. And now it's so crazy because now my camera and I are like best friends, and that's what I tell people when they ask me, like, I want to start a YouTube channel, what advice do you have? Become best friends with your camera. Like, you want to feel comfortable in front of your camera as though you're sitting down with your audience talking to them. And I've just become so comfortable with it now that looking at my old videos, I kind of giggle sometimes because I'm like, God, girl, you were really nervous. The next question says, how many times did it take you to finally post the first video? Oh gosh, I spent, no lie, like probably a year or more practicing videos on my phone, and I would never let anybody see them until the very first video. I think I shared it with my brother and my mom, and like those were my two people. Like, I just always felt so comfortable with them. I was like, guys, I want to do YouTube and blah, 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 blah. And they both supported me. They were like, do it, like post it, get yourself out there. And I remember I posted it and I removed it. I posted it and I removed it. And then that very last time, I just left it. And I was like, you know what? And then I posted probably 5 or 6 more videos. And then I quit for a long time. And then I came back and here I am. Next question says, what exotic place would you live, visit, and why? Either Italy, because it is beautiful and it's the city of love besides Paris. And probably Greece, just because by all of the photos and things that I've seen, and Greek people that I've met, the stories that they've told and how beautiful it is, I would be more than happy to move to one of those places. Alright, you guys, so the next question is, what kind of teenager were you? For example, shy, outgoing, class president, class clown. Honestly, and I'm embarrassed to say this, okay, but not this part. First of all, I was very outgoing, and I wasn't like friends with any particular clique or anything. I literally had friends in all kinds of groups, so all kinds of cliques and whatnot, and I liked it that way. I mean, I had my crew and whatnot that, you know, we were together like all the time, but I also kind of branched out and hung out with just all kinds of different people, and I liked it that way. I've always been like that. Like, I've always befriended just different types of people. I like diversity. It keeps things interesting, and you get to know all about different cultures and people's backgrounds, and yeah, so that was me. But I also went through a phase in high school where I was kind of a loudmouth, and I think it was just a small phase that I went through, and I'm not proud of that, but at the same time, I was also very outgoing, so it opened me up to a lot of experiences that I might otherwise not have experienced in high school, so yeah. There were times where I was definitely the class clown, for sure. So yeah, there were times where I was definitely the class clown. It was fun, but, you know, even though I did things like that, like, I've seen teachers since then, and I reached out and apologized because, you know, you don't want to be remembered as that little asshole, excuse me, but that little asshole in school that just gave them a hard time all the time, you know. And you actually gain a lot of respect from people when you do that. So, and you know, like some of my favorite teachers, like I have them on Facebook and stuff like that. And one of them, we're actually pretty close and we keep in contact. And yeah, so even though I was a royal pain in her ass, as she used to call me, hey, Mrs. Miller, hey, there was something about me and that she liked. And I'm very grateful to her because she's an awesome teacher and has been an awesome friend. So let's see here. All right, so the next question is, how come you don't show your animals more? You know, I really honestly don't have an answer for that. I will definitely have to add that to my list of videos to do. But I do want to let you guys know I have not forgotten about the video that I promised you guys from Bobby and Whitney, from like the time they were born, the very first day in the house up until now. Like, I still am taking videos, pictures, and all of that good stuff. So I will have a video for you guys. I just can't promise you when it'll go up, but I have not forgot. I do have a lot of footage and a lot of videos and pictures to go through though, so but yeah, I am gonna get you guys that, I promise. So how come you mainly do reviews and not everyday or not so everyday look tutorials? You know, I really don't know. Besides, I've just really always liked trying out new things and recommending things to people. I love to learn when it comes to new products and whatnot. I love seeing what's out there. I have always been that person that is always trying new stuff. And though I'm trying to get into more everyday looks, which I have a video now that's done and is waiting to be edited this week. So that is coming soon. A lot of times, I guess I have felt like if I reuse something or I guess I feel like a lot of times if it's not a new product that people are looking for, I feel like the video won't get watched. Honestly, that's kind of how I felt sometimes. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have started doing some different content. A lot more of it is in what we call the queue. It's waiting to be edited right now. So yeah, I mean, I do have some more different things coming, and I hope that you guys enjoy them because I'm kind of bored doing the reviews and stuff all the time too. It does get very costly, but that's like a whole nother story. So yeah, I do have some new content coming though, so I hope that you guys enjoy it. Let's see here. The next question says, I am loving your large powder brush. Where did you get it, or what is it? That video would have been this brush. Shoot, I don't have it. It's the really big powder brush. I have all my brushes set aside to be washed. I use a lot of the times, it's not the big black Jessup brush that I've been using. It is the Equate brush, the powder brush from Walmart. I'll have Nick put a picture here for you guys. I paid like $5 or $6 from that, and if you go to the Walmart website and just type in Equate brushes, it'll come up. Telling you guys, I have 2 or 3 of those. It is one of the best makeup brushes that I have ever used for powder because it doesn't shed. It has never shed. It's super soft. It applies powder like a dream, and it is under $10. It's so good. Let me see here. The next question is, did you grow up on a farm? I did not. Nick says I lived in the city, but that's because where I live now is super rural. Like, we live out in the country, like, where we literally live around, like, all of our land around us is farmland. Well, it's not all our land. We ain't rich, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so we live predominantly in a rural area now. But where I lived, it was a very small town. I think it was like 1,500 people, or no. I think it used to say 15,000 people. I don't remember. I'm just being honest, but to me it was a very small town. there was farms, you know, like across the tracks from us. So, I mean, I considered it growing up in the country and things like that. But, and then I met Nick, and now I've seen what the real country is, which is where I live now, and I love it. So, no, I did not grow up on a farm or in the country. But I did adapt very well. I love it out here. I don't think I'll want to live anywhere else. What was the worst thing you did as a teenager? I don't really think I was that bad as a teenager. My downfall, I feel like, was I went through a phase where I was boy crazy and I liked to party. Like, I liked to go to parties, and I was a teenager. I liked to drink beers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I liked to have a good time. And, you know, my parents didn't really condone that. But my dad was very strict and very hard on me. And I'm grateful that he was, because a lot of my friends wound up having children in high school and things like that, or dropping out. And yeah, so I didn't really get the opportunity to be too bad of a teenager. If you could have several do-overs in life, what would they be and why? That is an excellent question, and I don't think that I've really ever answered those to anyone, except for my biggest one that I wish I could do over, and that would be saving my virginity until I was either married or until I was much older. I lost it at 16 because I thought I was in love, and while there's a part of me that doesn't regret that, there's a big part of me that does, because it's like I was a child. I didn't really know what love was. And so I've had so many firsts with Nick that I wished I could have experienced that with him too. Because he's really and truly the first man that I've ever really truly loved. So that's definitely the biggest one. I wish that I would have gone for my bachelor's degree. I mean, and there's still time for that, you know? It's just, now I'm kind of like, it's not at the top of my to-do list. I want to say that's it for now. If I come up with any more, I will definitely let you guys know. What types of movies are your favorites? Ooh, I love comedies, because y'all know I love to laugh. I like a good chick flick, like chick flick that has like comedy / love story. I also like action movies. Like, I love all the Fast and Furious movies. I thought those were amazing. The graphics alone were just bomb. I like black comedies. I like stand-up comedies. I don't know if those are really movies. I like love stories too. I'm a sucker for a good love story, like The Notebook. I mean, I know what's gonna happen in that movie, and it still gets me choked up every single time. It's a beautiful story. I like movies that also go back in history and kind of show me what my ancestors went through in life, because they're educational. Yeah, I mean, but mostly I like comedies because I really enjoy laughing. I feel like, you know, in everyday life we have so much of our time that we have to be serious. So your girl loves and lives for a good laugh. All right, so the next question says, when you started YouTube, was it easy or did it come easily? Were you nervous? Yes, I was very nervous. I was very, very nervous. Did it come easily? I'd say after I uploaded the first maybe 5 videos where I've been consistently uploading now, I felt like, yeah, I started to really get into it, and I actually got so comfortable that Nick could be in the room with me, and I don't mind filming with him in the room at all. Like, I feel that comfortable, and I have felt that comfortable for a while. So I mean, I don't know, I guess I kind of felt like after a while it came easy to sit here and just talk like I'm talking to all of you now. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's nervous of things in the beginning because it's that fear of the unknown, for sure. The rest of that question says, could you give me advice on how to start? Love your videos. You're beautiful, woman. Keep up the great content. Thank you, babe. You are beautiful too. And the biggest piece of advice that I would give is practice with your phone and make sure that you get comfortable and, you know, filming and things like that. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. You want to start it as a hobby, as something you enjoy. Don't invest too much money or time into it until you're 100% sure that it's what you want to do. Don't be afraid to promote yourself. Like, if you're super, super nervous to even post that first video and you're like, no, I don't want to post it, I don't want to post it. Practice filming with your phone and then show it to your best friend if you trust them and say, hey, you know, I want to start a channel. What do you think of this video I filmed? You know, just get comfortable with the camera is the biggest one that I can say. And then again, just don't, I always tell people don't invest a lot of money into it in the beginning, because if you know, wind up it being like, whoa, this is too much. Like, I don't want to do this, or I don't enjoy it as much as I thought I did, then you're not out that money, because equipment can be very expensive. If you have any more questions, please ask down in the comments. I'm not really good at this, giving advice on how to start. And I think it's because I'm still learning so much 2 years later, and I don't want to steer anybody the wrong way. I can definitely recommend some amazing videos by some of my favorite content creators that really helped me when I started. And yeah, so I hope that helped. So the next question says, are there any YouTubers that you used to watch but no longer do, and why? Well, there's a few that are in the media heavily right now that I really don't know how I feel about anymore. And I feel like because they're always surrounded by drama, and that's just not my MO. Like, my life is really pretty much drama free, except for like a little bits of tidbits, you know, just like family stuff and like things that happen in everybody's life, you know, so like nothing major. But Nick and I really try to avoid that in life when we can. It's just not something that we want to deal with. And so I really just choose not to watch a lot of big YouTubers anymore. I mean, there's a couple that I really enjoy watching, but I don't want to name, like, you know, you guys know from the ones that are like in all the drama right now. But I mean, I still watch Tati. I still watch Jessica Braun. She's one of my favorites. She's never been in drama, I don't think. I still watch Emily Noel. Like, those are favorites though. Jessica Braun, Emily Noel, Nicole Guerrero, Sabrina. Guys, you guys, I could sit here and name a bunch of like the OG YouTubers. I still love, respect, and watch those. It's just a couple of them I'm just like done because of all the drama, and it's just way too much negativity, and I don't like the way that they treat people, and I'm just, yeah. Yeah. No. What are some of your favorite TV shows, a few of your favorite stores to shop at? Ooh, I can answer the second one first. Some of my favorite stores to shop at, I love Torrid, because I think that they have an amazing selection of clothes for all plus size women. So I love, love, love them. I always shop their clearance shop, or unless they're having a really good sale, because their full prices, I'm like, girl. I like Ashley Stewart, Cato. Actually, Walmart has had some super cute stuff if you really pay attention to the stores and the website. Since they brought in the Terra and Skyline and a few of the other ones, they have really stepped up their game. Now, they do have some hit or miss pieces, but they have more hits than misses. Who else do I shop through? I used to shop through, what was it? Oh, I like Rue 21. I think that they have some super cute and expensive pieces. But like, I don't shop at Fashion Nova or ASOS or Boohoo, and I'm just going to keep it real. I probably would, but they don't carry my size at this time. I've gained some weight since then, so unfortunately I can't wear their clothes. So I basically, Torrid is my biggest one. Like, I'm always shopping at Torrid. I think most of the clothes in my closet are from Torrid. And it's sale stuff, guys, because they're way too expensive. Favorite TV shows. So I haven't really gotten into anything new recently, mostly because Nick and I don't have cable. And you guys know our internet is horrible. So even though we have Netflix and Hulu, I don't like to waste a lot of our internet, you know, watching that stuff right now, because a lot of the internet is used by uploading my YouTube videos. As horrible as that sounds, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. So yeah, my favorite TV shows are still Shameless, Orange is the New Black. I love, and I don't even know if some of these shows are still on anymore. I think Orange is the New Black is over, or maybe they extended it and did one more season. Shameless, I believe, is over, but I will go back and rewatch all those seasons. Like, I don't mind. Please don't watch that with your kids. If you haven't seen that before, do not watch that around your kids. What else do I like? Nick has gotten me into, like, CSI and Blue Bloods. I think those are excellent ones. And you guys know what? I have been a huge fan of Law and Order for, like, the last 4 years. And I remember when I was a kid, every time I heard the theme song for that, I was just like, Grandma, can't we change it? Like, I never wanted to watch it, and now I love shows like that. One of my favorite channels was actually ID Discovery, and I loved all the shows on that. I'm a huge sucker for reality TV, so of course I like TLC, which we don't get, but I can generally find a lot of that stuff on YouTube. Yeah, that's really all I can think of off the top of my head at the moment. Excuse me. So I'm going to answer 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to continue this video tomorrow because it is getting super late. If you could collab with a brand, who would that be? Oh, I'm so glad someone asked this. Okay, so I actually have several, because you guys know I'm a makeup junkie, and so I think my top one would probably be Profusion. The next one would be Makeup Revolution for sure. And there's one that I actually want to collab with that I've never used before, and it's because they have so many gorgeous products on their site, but they're over in the UK. I haven't ordered from them yet, but I am going to in the future. They're called Technic Cosmetics, and they just look really, really amazing. The next one, I'm trying to think. I would love to collab with, like, Rimmel, BYS. I haven't used their products on my channel yet, but I've used their products, and I'm pretty amazed. I love You Can Be. I love C Color. I would be honored to collab with any of those. And as far as hair care and stuff like that, oh, you guys, I would love to collab with Shop Miss A. I think that they would be a really fun brand to collab with. Who else? I think ColourPop would be fun, just because I love their eyeshadow formula, and I'm a huge eyeshadow junkie. And then I would also like to collab with and do like an entire brush kit with Royal Lang and Nickel, which is where Moda Brushes is made. I would love to create a brush set. Y'all, I'm sure I could name some more, because y'all know, like I said, I'm a junkie, but those are the ones that I can really think of off the top of my head. So the last question for today is going to be, this one is so cute. So this is why one of my girls on here, she says, okay, girl, you asked for it. What is your credit card number? Just kidding. Sorry, I can't pass this one. So here it comes. Do you have a makeup product that you really, really, really want, but you don't have the guts to buy? What is that product and why? I'm so excited for this. Thank you. You're so cute, girl. I love you. So I want to, well, one of them used to be Natasha Denona, but I actually have bought a couple of her products. Now, I didn't keep the foundation that I tried because it was okay, but it wasn't that good for me to keep it. But I am glad that I bought her bronze palette because it is gorgeous, you guys. But I do not have the guts to buy any of the palettes that are like $200 and up. I really, really, really want to try some Pat McGrath, like the Divine Rose palette. Looks gorgeous, but there's no way, like ever that I could spend $125 on an eyeshadow palette. Like, I just can't justify that. I can't. I don't think I'd be able to sleep at night. Like, in the beginning, like if you guys go back in my older videos, I actually have the Pat McGrath foundation, which is stunning, by the way. Like, oh my gosh, I really loved it. But I was having trouble, like literally having trouble sleeping after I got it here. And I filmed the video and it was just like, it's got to go back. That foundation was like $70, you guys, but it was so beautiful. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. What else? Oh, Tatcha. There's some stuff from Tatcha that I really want to try. And SK, I think it is. But I would never... I did buy the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Primer, but I really want to try the liquid one because I think I would like it better, but I don't know, you guys. There's some stuff I will buy, and it's so funny because I'm that girl that'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna hurry up and buy it before I talk myself out of it. Like the bronze palette. I hurried up and bought it before I talked myself out of it, so I'm sure I could think of some more for sure. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I will see you in just a minute. Alright, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I am filming this at a stoplight in the car because I completely forgot to do an ending. So, in case you're wondering, that is why. I will see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day to come hang out with me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. I love you so much. And bye. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering about the hat, it is a Walmart special. I think it was like $7. So check your local Walmart for the leopard hats. Bye, guys.